Space, the final frontier, beautiful but deadly. For those who venture beyond Earth, every moment is a battle against the void, searing heat, freezing cold, and relentless radiation. Each mission is a testament to human courage and ingenuity, but also a gamble with fate. Behind every triumph lies a history of sweat, fear, and sometimes tragedy. In this journey we'll reveal the most perilous moments in spaceflight, where disaster was narrowly averted and where it was not. These are the stories of those who faced the abyss and dared to push onward. April 1970. Apollo 13 launches for the Moon Commander Jim Lovell, Jack Swigert, Fred Hayes. The world sees routine, space never is. 2 days in, a simple request: stir the cryo tanks. A hidden flaw, a damaged wire, ignites a spark. An explosion rips through the service module. Houston, we've had a problem. Oxygen lost, power fading. The command module is dying. Stranded. Their only hope, the lunar module, Aquarius, now a lifeboat for 3 men, 4 days, never designed for this. Temperatures plummet, water condenses. The crew is cold, exhausted, and off course. Houston races to invent solutions: navigation without computers, power rationing, and a deadly buildup of carbon dioxide. The mailbox, a makeshift filter built from duct tape and spare parts, saves them from suffocation. After a harrowing loop around the moon, they prepare for re-entry in a frozen, powerless capsule. Would the systems restart? Would the heat shield hold? The world holds its breath through radio silence. Then, parachutes bloom over the Pacific. Against all odds, they are home. Apollo 13 became the successful failure, a triumph of ingenuity and teamwork in the face of disaster. The mission's lessons reshaped NASA's approach to safety and crisis management. It proved that even in the darkest moments, human resilience can turn near-certain tragedy into survival. The crew's calm under pressure became legendary, inspiring generations. Their ordeal remains a powerful reminder: in space, there is no such thing as routine. Every mission is a fight for life, and sometimes survival itself is the greatest victory. June 1971, Soyuz 11 docks with Salyut 1, the world's first space station. Georgy Dobrovolsky, Vladislav Volkov, Viktor Patsayev spend 23 days in orbit, pioneers on a new frontier. Their return seems flawless, perfect deorbit, smooth landing. But when recovery teams open the hatch, the crew is dead. Faces blue, blood at their noses and ears. The cause, a pressure valve, jolted open during module separation, vented their air into space. With no pressure suits, they had seconds to react. Too little time. The only human deaths to occur in space itself. The tragedy halted Soyuz flights for 2 years. The capsule was redesigned. Future crews wore pressure suits. Their loss forced a fundamental change in space safety. The legacy of Soyuz 11. Every astronaut now returns home protected. Their sacrifice made spaceflight safer for all who followed. The lesson: in space, even a tiny flaw can be fatal. Every system, every procedure must be perfect. The cost of error is measured in lives. Their story is a somber warning and a call to vigilance. January 28, 1986. Challenger stands ready. America watches, classrooms tuned in. Among the crew, Krista McAuliffe, the first teacher in space. The morning is bitterly cold. Engineers warn about the O-rings and the solid rocket boosters. Despite concerns, the countdown proceeds. At liftoff, a puff of smoke betrays a failed seal. 73 seconds in, a flame breaches the fuel tank. Challenger explodes. The crew cabin survives the blast, but is lost in the fall. The nation watches in horror as tragedy unfolds live. The Rogers Commission finds a culture of ignored warnings and flawed decisions. The shuttle fleet is grounded for nearly 3 years. Challenger's loss shatters the dream of routine spaceflight. The disaster forces NASA to overhaul safety and management. The crew's sacrifice is a stark reminder: spaceflight is never safe. Every risk must be respected. The lesson: humility and vigilance are as vital as courage. Challenger's legacy endures in every launch that follows. February 1, 2003. Columbia descends after a 16-day mission. 16 days earlier, foam struck the left wing during launch, a risk dismissed as routine. Engineers request images to assess damage. Management declines. As Columbia re-enters, superheated gas penetrates the wing, melting its structure from within. Controllers see sensor failures, then silence. The shuttle breaks apart over Texas and Louisiana, debris raining down for hundreds of miles. The Columbia Accident Investigation Board finds not just technical failure but a broken safety culture. Echoes of Challenger. The loss grounds the fleet and marks the beginning of the end for the shuttle program. The lesson: in space there are no small risks. Every detail matters, every warning must be heeded. The crew's loss, Rick Husband, William McCool, Michael Anderson, David Brown, Kalpana Chawla, Laurel Clark, Ilan Ramon, reminds us of the price of complacency. Columbia's tragedy forced NASA to confront its own culture. The pursuit of space demands constant vigilance. The void is unforgiving. March 1965, the Soviet Union attempts the first spacewalk. Alexei Leonov steps into the void. For 12 minutes, he floats above Earth, tethered to his ship. Triumph turns to terror. His suit balloons in the vacuum, trapping him outside. With oxygen running low, Leonov risks his life, bleeding air from his suit to squeeze back inside. He barely made it, overheated and exhausted. Inside, new crises. The capsule spins, oxygen levels rise dangerously, and the re-entry system fails. Belyayev must pilot manually. They overshoot, landing deep in the Ural wilderness. Stranded for 2 days, they survive wolves, cold, and isolation before rescue. Leonov's ordeal shows how quickly triumph can become survival. Every step into the unknown brings new dangers. The mission's near disaster led to safer suits, better procedures, and a deeper respect for the risks of spacewalks. Leonov's courage and quick thinking saved his life and changed spaceflight forever. His story is a testament to human ingenuity under pressure. The first spacewalk was a leap into the unknown and a fight to return. The lessons learned echo in every EVA since. In space, even the smallest error can spiral into crisis. Survival depends on preparation, adaptability, and sheer will. Leonov's legacy, the courage to face the unknown, and the wisdom to prepare for the worst. These stories, Apollo 13, Soyuz 11, Challenger, Columbia, Voskhod 2, are etched into our cosmic journey. They are not just tales of tragedy, but of resilience, ingenuity, and the will to survive. Every disaster has yielded lessons that make spaceflight safer. The sacrifices of lost crews forced us to confront our fallibility and improve. Today's astronauts are protected by hard-won knowledge. Exploring the cosmos is the hardest thing we do, and the risks are immense. But these missions show what humanity can achieve when facing impossible odds. Space exploration is never without risk, but it's the courage to continue that pushes us forward.